And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. And once again,
Everybody.
it is the Barnes, Tony,
Wow,
Jay,
dude.
Matthew on the way.
Michael
in studio.
Wow, dude.
It is day 2 of March Madness. How is everyone doing today?
Dude, horrible.
Horrible?
Dude, my bracket is in the toilet.
Really?
In the toilet.
Yeah.
UConn's going all the
For
way.
a few reasons. I have UConn going to the Final Four, man. So,
job.
I mean, that's still open, but I
It's
did
gonna get worse, dude.
have Arizona going pretty far. I believe I had them going to the Final Four, so it was a hard sight to see Arizona losing to Princeton.
Princeton, New Jersey. Could you go against your own state, dude?
I know, dude. But I mean, I listened to the Sports Report yesterday, and you guys talked about it. It was like, Princeton, are they too much of nerds to be winning in the tournament?
New Jersey nerds. I think is
Turns
what I
out
said.
they are not. They spent a lot of time studying the trajectory of the basketball, and they won. They came out on top. 5th year in a row, a school from New Jersey has made it past the first round, by the way.
5th year in a row.
5th year in a row.
Can you name what schools were in the other 4 years?
St. Peter's.
Nice.
Seton Hall.
Nice. Rutgers?
I want to say Rutgers, and
I
I
don't
want to
think
say
they didn't win last year, though. They didn't win a game.
they didn't win a single game.
No.
Well, it wasn't last year. It could have been any one of the last 5 years.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, Fairleigh Dickinson.
Dude, Fairleigh Dickinson's ass.
Have they
Tony,
won?
that's just one of those
made
things.
it. They've made it to the
I-
tournament.
I'm telling you,
many
too,
years.
I already mentioned this in our bracket. Watch out today for a competitive game for Fairleigh Dickinson. I'm just telling you. They were draining threes, Tony. Like
I don't
no
care.
other.
They can drain whatever they want, dude. Draining threes against who?
I believe it was it
A high school team?
No, was it Southeast Missouri State or was
Southeast Missouri State. And
Was
they're
that-
playing who now today?
Was that who it was? I'm honestly
don't
like
know.
blanking. It was on Wednesday.
On Wednesday?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's double check here. Wednesday, Friday against Texas Southern.
Texas Southern, dude.
They did kind of totally torch them, 84-61. However, they're playing tomorrow, right? Or they're playing today?
No, they're playing today.
They're playing.
Yeah, I knew.
today.
Okay, yeah, Texas Southern. That makes sense.
And who are they playing today? Do you know off the top of your head? Purdue.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just so funny though, Tony. It's like the one thing I would say too.
But come on, don't you think it's kind of weak how they get into this tournament
it
because
is,
of
but at
that
the same
bogus
time,
rule?
But at the same time, it's like it's not their fault, but you're taking out against them.
Well, no, it's not their fault.
Well, you've made it seem like it's their fault. Like that's why you're pissed.
No, not at all. But I mean, they just don't belong in the tournament, though.
Yeah, but the way they beat Texas Southern, I don't know.
Yeah, but they shouldn't have even been in that game.
But that's not their fault. Like I said, they
No, it's
just
not their
play,
fault.
Play the games on the schedule.
Right. But no, they should protest. If they were good people, they'd be like, no. Let what was it? Not Maris.
How many?
Not
Let's
Marquette.
protest.
Merrimack. No, let Merrimack go.
How
We
many
don't wanna
times
go.
does he say stuff like this to you, like at the house, like
All the
just when
time,
you
dude.
know that it's like he's just saying something?
Oh, he just likes to fill the air,
Yeah.
fill the blank space.
Yeah, exactly.
That's such bullshit, dude.
I
I'm
know,
being
I know.
really honest here. Like I would protest, but hey, no, like Merrimack should go. They beat us.
It's kind
They
of
beat
funny
us.
though. I feel like the first day of the tournament, every year, obviously there's different teams that are playing, different matchups. But does it not seem eerily similar every single year? After
Yeah.
the first day, everybody's talking about how their brackets busted.
I mean,
And the games are great.
there's
right?
a better chance of you getting attacked by a shark, like
Right.
it's getting a perfect bracket.
And
Um,
just what were you gonna say?
So like it's just like it's kind of par for the course. Like I saw a stat today, like 0.3003% of brackets are still perfect out of like 20 million over
Right.
that were made. So
It's a low number.
You're gonna see it every year. You're gonna see it every. Yes, Barnes.
It's a low number, Brian.
But when you really look at it, I mean, obviously there were a lot of the higher seeds that took care of business.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama, Houston, Kansas, Texas, all with big dominating wins. UCLA as well. Obviously the one that stands out, like you mentioned, Princeton over Arizona. When I was watching that one, and it's just one of those things where, obviously Princeton deserves credit, but it's hard not to think that they were underestimated by Arizona going into the game because the talent gap is so wide. How else does something like this happen?
No, I agree, Barnes. And you heard the coach after the game talk about how you always got to respect your opponent. It just kind of looked like the Wildcats were just expecting to win this game. Most of them, at least, they weren't following up, Princeton just kind of had their number the whole game. They were just relentless on defense and they won. They proved it at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, definitely impressive stuff for sure. Moving down the list here, Duke 74-51 overall. Roberts, and there was a lot of hype.
I thought Oral Roberts.
They had beaten Ohio State in the tournament a couple years ago.
Oral Roberts,
but there's a difference playing the competition they play and then playing the competition that Duke has, and that's why they lost by 23. The Furman Virginia game was ridiculous.
Great game, dude.
The late turnover, the 3-pointer,
electric.
And that's another matchup. And it's just amazing too. Tony Bennett, obviously, they won the championship a couple years ago. But you would think that it would have been a learning experience versus, University of California, or actually no, University of Maryland, Baltimore County. Losing to a 16 seed. That you're not going to underestimate these guys. You're going to be prepared. And then a few years later. I mean, I know it's not as drastic as an upset, but it's the same thing all over again.
I know. And Furman's some no name. I heard Tony talking we've been to the Furman and then they're kind of an up and coming school. They're looks like they got a lot of money. Looks like they got a lot of money being thrown into the basketball program, especially because they had when we went there's a brand new basketball stadium. It was it kind of reminded me of the Shoe Stadium, but for basketball, a little bigger though. Beautiful
the
school
Martiri
though.
Family Arena, you mean?
Beautiful, yeah, the Martiri Family Arena.
It's a great arena.
It is a great arena. But yeah, Furman, absolutely crazy. That guy who hit the three, never he doesn't take threes usually.
Right.
He kind of just chucked it up there, hoping for the best.
Just right place, right time.
Which I feel is half the shots in half the threes that are taken are just being chucked up.
Oh yeah. And then how about Penn State? I didn't see this one coming. 76-59 over Texas A&M. They're usually a program that doesn't even make it to the NCAA tournament. Yep. So to get to this game, to beat an SEC team down like Texas A&M, by 17, and Andrew Funk, actually their senior guard, led all all players in scoring yesterday with 27 points. So he really stepped up big for them. I was surprised. It seemed like College of Charleston. It seemed like they kind of had San Diego State's number. San Diego State.
I had that upset too.
Really, pulled ahead late. But Charleston, a great year, 31-4, really gave them all that you could imagine. Tennessee was in control against Louisiana in the first half.
Back to the San Diego State game real quick. Free throws. San Diego State only made 3 free throws.
Still won.
They still won.
Yeah.
But
you
crazy.
Notice the difference between watching college and NBA. They miss so many free throws. So many. It's insane.
So many. They're free, Barnes.
But I've always thought it's mental though. Honestly, I don't really think it's a skill thing.
And we are forgetting one thing: they're still children.
Right.
They're
I think about
19, 20-year-old kids.
I think about it when I've missed a free throw, and it's sometimes you're almost trying to be too soft. Okay, I don't want to slam it off. I just want a perfect swish, and then you're shooting it short. Yep. And I feel like that happens all the time. Yep. Or obviously back iron.
But that is something to watch out for, and especially March Madness.
Yeah. And like I was saying, Louisiana giving Tennessee all they could handle there. In the second half, but Tennessee holding on for the 3-point victory. Another game where, I thought that Utah State here against Missouri, the higher seed, would be able to take care of business, but the SEC prevailing here, 76-65. And for Mizzou, Hodge had 23 points, 4 steals. So this is a game they led by 4 at the half, pulled away in the second. So they move on to the second round. And I believe Maryland, West Virginia, that was the first game of the day.
one of the best.
I thought
Talk
it was a
about
great game.
really back and forth. West Virginia was up 13 early, then was down 7 at the beginning of the second half. But Maryland hanging on there, 67-65. And I just feel like the execution for Bob Huggins' West Virginia team was so poor down the stretch. There's no reason that they should have not won that game.
No, it was very streaky for both teams, really. You know, like West Virginia would go up on a good run, solid run, and then Maryland would just kind of like come right back, you know, and like it was like that the whole game. I'm pretty sure there were like only like 2 or 3 lead changes, but like it was like in the middle of each half. It's like Maryland was asleep for the first half of like first of each half, you know, and they ended up waking up in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's good though. I had Maryland. I just took it, you know.
Yeah, on the money line.
Money line.
Nice.
It was good hit.
Yeah, good hit. How much did you make?
I only put like $15 on it, but still, it's like $30.
Money talks.
Nice, dude. Money does talk.
Arkansas 73-63 over Illinois. Council with the double-double, 18-10, and they were up 10.5 and kind of cruised the rest of the way. So this one was really not in doubt. Auburn, all these SEC teams with the victories, 83-75 over Iowa. This is one I was pretty confident about just because Iowa, you know what I mean? It's like I feel like they've had the same style under Fran McCaffrey for the past 10 plus years where they play defense. And for this game, 75, that's a lot for them, but typically not a high scoring team, not a high paced team. So competing with a fast SEC team is usually a challenge, and that's why I wasn't surprised that Auburn was able to pull away with this.
Speaking of SEC teams, Barnes, do you think Alabama has what it takes to go to like the Final Four?
Well, how about you blow out your opponent and then the best player on the team scores 0 points in Brandon Miller?
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Did they do that on purpose? Like they bench?
No, I think it was probably the 16th seed. They're probably like, all right, well, we're gonna double team him, and then everyone else will have to beat us. You know what I mean? So I think that was the strategy there.
Not a good strategy.
No, I mean it's tough because you're leaving guys open though. That's a problem,
right?
You know, so really, I guess it's not a good strategy.
Yeah,
to answer that question.
But what game was? I forget what game was I was watching. I think it might have been Maryland, West Virginia, but West Virginia was just double teaming Maryland, and Maryland like was getting frazzled, and like West Virginia got like a handful of buckets, like turnover buckets on that, you know?
Right.
So I mean, the double team can be good in certain situations. But, you know, when you're playing a high-powered team like Alabama, it's tough because, like you said, you leave a guy open.
Yeah, and
if a team that is like you're covering has like any like game, they will easily get that ball moving and just get to the open man.
Well, and the 10th man is better than the best player on Texas A&M Corpus Christi, so that tells you all you need to know there. And going back to this Auburn game too, just wanted to give credit. Broom for Auburn, 19-12, 5 blocks. So really a defensive presence, and you're having 5 blocks. I mean, that's really making an impact on the defensive end. So Bruce Pearl moving on to the second round. And then the only other game, Northwestern 75-67 over Boise. This is one that was tough for me too.
Oh, Boise!
I was so impressed with Boise all year in the Mountain West. I watch a lot of those late night games on FS1, but they just. They had runs in this game, but they could not put anything together, especially get defensive stops when they needed to. And I think that cost them in the end. But you got to give Chris Collins and Northwestern a lot of credit here. They're, again, another team that really hasn't done much in the tournament historically. And it's funny, too, you look at Boise. Most of the time, teams, they lose a close game. What's the difference? 3-point percentage, 6 of 23 from beyond the arc, 26.1%. In Northwestern, 38.1%. So that made all the difference in a game, that was 8 points. But I do have to say, Matthew, how are you doing, bud?
Welcome, dude.
Whoa, Tony, man.
What's up, dude? Oh, dude, not much, bro. Happy to hear you. Happy to see you.
Happy to be here. This is the cherry on top.
Dude, the tradition like no other.
No doubt.
Yes,
no doubt.
I love
it really, it's a perfect cherry on top to end a Monday through Friday weekday.
How was your Monday through Friday weekday?
Solid, very solid.
Very solid.
Spring break this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Love
so
spring
break this week.
Wow. You going anywhere cool, dude?
No, it's over basically. It's Friday. It's Friday, Tony. It's only a couple more days. But no, it's all good. first 7 weeks of the semester, obviously doing the internship at NCV Performance. We have this break now, and then this coming next 7 weeks, we're at NCC. Where we're going to get paired with a faculty member.
Nice.
We have to take them through like a 7-week program, or whatever.
Wow,
but,
dude, a nice threesome.
But some good news. Might as well announce it here with you boys and on this beautiful show.
Whoa.
NCV would love to have me come back and coach there once the semester is concluded.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Thank you, dude. Thank you. Thank you, boys. I love you guys. It's just
Nice, man.
it's very humbling, and I'm excited
That's awesome,
for it.
man.
Wow. And
What are you coaching?
all I'm going to say is DTV Fitness is going to be fucking rocking
and rolling.
Let's
Let's go, man.
Dude, no, just gonna be there. Essentially, what it's kind of like is the owners of like NCV, the strength and conditioning company, they put out their programs, and then like it's kind of up to us to review them, understand them, coach them, take the clients through it, athletes, grown-ups.
So you'll get to high school kids.
Yeah, so we have Darien High lacrosse team is there. And we have a small training group that's like high school kids, girls lacrosse players, and the starting catcher for the Greenwich High baseball team. He's in that group too. And then on usually in the mornings it's adults.
Okay.
So it's the whole spectrum. So it's gonna be dope.
Nice.
And looking forward to it, and looking forward to just everything here, everything there. You're here, you're there, you're all over.
Congrats,
and
man. That's awesome.
worldwide.
That's awesome, man.
Thanks,
definitely congrats. And what a time of year. And we're going to talk about baseball in a second, but of course, we're really excited for the start of the season. But first, I wanted to just talk about some of the games today. And obviously, the one that stands out is between the UConn Huskies and Iona Gales. From Albany, New York. UConn 9-point favorites here. And obviously, Tony, a big advocate of UConn going down in the first round, kind of put us over the top here to go with Iona. But he was right with Furman yesterday, to my resistance. So
I know.
You never know. But I just wanted to get Jay and Matt's perspective, because obviously when we filled out the bracket, you guys weren't in. Dude. Is this a close game? What do you guys think about what's going to happen here?
No. I think UConn's going to cover the spread. I really do.
Really?
Yeah.
I think UConn has definitely more of an edge over Iona than Virginia had over Furman. For sure.
I'm going to say this is it's going to be a close one. And the reason I say that is because Patino is not going to let Iona just fall by the wayside, I don't think.
That's true.
He Patino, former Big East.
Yes, Bonds.
Hey, Bones.
How's that
donut
sport? See that, baby. Yeah, we didn't even mention St. Patrick's Day.
Brian O'Houlihan.
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day. It's St.
Yeah, I'm the only one wearing green here. It's totally fine, dude.
There's only one Irishman here. Where's that from? Quote it. Nope. Wrong.
That movie
Good guess,
sucks,
Mike.
dude.
Good guess, Mike.
You know? Jay knows.
Only one Irish. Oh, is it?
There's only one Irishman here.
It's not The Godfather, is it?
Nope. Close, Tony. Stay on that path.
Well, I mean, there's so many. Dude.
Sopranos.
Bronx Tale.
Goodfellas. Come on.
Goodfellas.
Come on. The scene at the bar with Billy Batts. Give those Irish hoodlums a drink down there. There's only one Irishman here, Billy. And that's it.
And that's it for Billy, dude. That is it for Billy.
That was
Screen time.
That ended up being it for Billy.
Oh man, dude.
Screen time is at 12.
What
does that mean?
Oh, you're telling Matt to shut up, dude.
No,
you kind of are.
Dude, that's so fucked up, bro. Yeah.
You insulted me.
Nah, you're a little on yourself.
You got a little out of order yourself there.
Anyway, fellas.
Tight one between UConn and Iona.
All star with the
UConn
double.
wins.
And is it UConn but you're saying Iona's going to cover that 9?
No.
9?
No. It'll be like a 12-point game when it's all said and done. It'll be
but
close
maybe
throughout.
Iona up at half.
Close throughout. No.
Whoa.
Close throughout. Like 6-8 points. And then UConn will pull away within the last few minutes, but close throughout.
Barnes got my
That's
mind
what I'm feeling, dude. And I think this is probably Patino's last go around over there, because he's probably going to get hired somewhere else.
Really?
St. John's.
That's right, St. John's. We talked about that yesterday.
And it's and I've been saying this. I really do think he wants to do everything he can to bring them their first tournament win on the way out. Like, obviously, of course, I'm rooting for UConn, but I'm just saying, I know he really, Richard, you hear what he said? I sent you guys actually the screenshot of it. He wants to coach for 12 more years. He's 70.
Oh my
It's
god,
ridiculous.
He said the 2 years
Yeah,
off.
Michael
really
was
was
taking
like-
him to strip clubs and casinos.
Eugenics.
Yeah, dude.
Listen,
Eugenics,
whatever
baby.
you want to say about his recruiting tendencies, but he's won tournament
I don't
games.
give a
He's
damn.
won national championships. He's had success
I don't
at
give a
every
damn.
stop he's been at. So that's why I'm a little nervous about this one. I'm really not sold on Dan Hurley.
The
Just because,
UConn coach?
dude,
Yeah.
going out like that in the conference tournament a few days ago,
Go out,
that's a
that's
little
crazy,
tough.
dude. Yeah.
And then last year too in the tournament. I don't know. It's kind of tough.
Well, I just feel like every big game at UConn he's coached, he's lost.
Barnes and I were saying
Who did get beat by in the Big East tournament?
Marquette.
Marquette
is really good.
They are very good.
Yeah,
But
so
still,
Barnes and I were saying if Iona does beat UConn,
Mhm.
and whenever Iona ends up losing, UConn should just fire Hurley and then hire Patino.
Yeah, that would be sick. It just, you know what it is with Richard though. He loves New York, so
Richard.
I mean,
he's either gonna
Iona-
stay here or he's gonna go to St. John.
You hear
Yeah.
Iona, you hear they're from New York, like I think Westchester
New
area,
Rochelle.
right?
New Rochelle.
New Rochelle. You
Yeah.
kind of like you get this like vision of like a gritty basketball
Yeah.
team
Mhm.
who's like willing to like work and put in the hard hours. like-
Yeah,
So I could
Barnes is an
see-
alumni
I could see you went to Iona.
for
2
freshman
minutes.
year.
Oh,
With
For-
Goose.
for a
Yeah,
cup of coffee,
I was
dude.
gonna say like you were at Southern,
Barnes
right?
and Goose were at Iona together. Imagine that.
But it,
What, you didn't like it?
What we was doing.
it was just really small, honestly.
It was?
And then it was like,
Yeah.
you're a freshman, not everybody's like loaded at that point.
True.
So, to go to the city, I mean, you know what I mean? And then it's like, you got to qualify to get an on-campus. It's just it's tough.
Pain in the
it's
ass.
tough. Yeah.
Super expensive for no
Right.
reason.
Exactly. I was just going to say, it really is, though, impressive what Patino's done, at Iona. And just the fact that he even went there, I think it shows, how much he loves coaching. Because not many coaches, that coach the Kentucky, that coach the Knicks, that coach Providence, that coach Louisville are going to go coach at Iona when they're, in their late 60s. So that just shows what a hard work he is. And I have to say, I almost want to say I feel better about Iona winning this game than UConn.
Really?
But I hope UConn steps up. I really do, because
thank
they're
hope so
due
too.
for a run. I mean,
mean-
it makes March Madness so much fun.
Yeah, no, especially for being in Connecticut, you kind of have something to root for.
Tony, do you think
sure.
at the
Anything
bar?
else to root for?
I
you'll
just
be
hope
into
UConn
the
wins
game?
the whole damn
The
thing.
UConn game,
Say-
4:30.
Say that again, Brian. I'm
They're
sorry.
gonna-
UConn game's not at 4:30. Do you think at the bar you'll be into the game?
If I'm at the bar at 4:30,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
What bar are you going to, buddy?
I don't know, but I would love to be at a bar right now.
You're an
and
Irish.
not
You're an
knowing-
Irishman.
Yeah, I want to be at the bar right now, not knowing my name.
All right.
Wow.
Well, we'll get you there. Don't worry about
No,
it.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
Don't
kidding.
worry about it.
I'm very happy where I am right now with you guys in the studio.
And obviously,
would
we
love
already
to- I
did
would
our
love to
bracket.
that
I
happen.
just wanted to ask you guys though, what do you guys think about this Kentucky Providence game? My mother wanted me to
I
mention
hope
it.
Providence wins. That's
I
all
hope Providence wins.
Yeah, but who do
too.
you think
Who
is
did you
gonna
take
win?
in your
I took
bracket,
Providence,
Jay?
dude.
You did.
I'm
For you.
so,
I was
I'm
like,
so
I'm looking
tight.
at
I
this
didn't even get the chance to
Barnes.
fill out a damn bracket. Dude.
Yeah.
First time since middle
Dude, you were
school,
on
probably.
spring break. What happened?
You imagine that, dude. I'm ashamed of myself, bro. It's fucking unbelievable,
But,
dude. I'm so
and I know sometimes you can't look at things this simplistically, but I just look at it. First of all, Calipari, the past
imagine
5 or
that.
6 years, really is tapered
Gallimari.
off. It was like, he
Gallimari,
can get
baby.
any recruit he wants.
And
The
hammer some
best point
Gallimari
guard.
right now.
They're making the Final Four every year,
Oh.
and now it's like it's
Dude,
tough to win one tournament game.
This new generation of kids, dude, they just
Ah.
Yeah, they're
don't-
not
they
related.
They don't care.
like him.
They
I don't think
care.
they like him, honestly.
They don't
It's not
want to.
like
They
it
don't want
used
to work,
be,
dude.
Spol.
What I was gonna say is Providence lost 3 in a row
Mhm.
under Ed Cooley. They've been consistent. They're hard workers. They haven't had a stretch like this, so I don't know. I just feel like they're not gonna just end this season on a 4-game losing streak and get blown out by Kentucky. I think they have the talent to win this game.
I think they're gonna too. It's definitely a upset spot.
What
I'm
seed is
taking them.
Kentucky and what seed is
Kentucky's
Providence?
6 and
11-6.
Providence is 11.
I'm rolling with Providence.
Me too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm excited to watch that one.
Your mother will be very excited.
7:10 on CBS. So obviously a full slate of games once again today, and we'll recap it all tomorrow. And I actually just wanted to see before we do a quick leaderboard update where we actually are standing with our bracket. But I would imagine, Tony, we got to be in the bottom 5%.
Unfortunately, I think so, buddy.
I mean, we hit Furman. We hit
Yeah.
all the 1 seeds.
Yeah.
What else?
Good
did we
job
hit?
hitting Furman. That's
I don't know. I mean, we obviously lost Virginia, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Yo, Virginia.
Texas
That's the second
A&M too,
time
dude.
in the last 5 years.
Yo, we're
that
in
they
the
got
top.
upset like
we're
that.
in the top 25%. We're in the bottom 25%.
Oh, bottom 25.
We're
don't
better
know.
than 25% of the bracket.
Oh,
Where did
okay.
we submit it?
For a
On
second, you
ESPN.
said top 25. I was like,
You're
what?
Yeah,
dude?
that's really good. That's really good.
Fuck.
Unfortunately, a tough day, but hopefully we'll have a better one, today. So we'll have to see what happens. But I wanted to update everybody. Valspar Championship at Innisbrook Resort, Copperhead course. Adam Schenk at 7 under par.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
A one-shot lead over Bai Hyung An, who's 6 under, and Tommy Fleetwood, 5 under par, tied with a couple golfers there. So crowded leaderboard at the top. Jordan Spieth at 4 under par. So Tony's pick is alive here, 3 under par.
Nice,
and we'll
Tony.
tee off at 108. My pick of Justin Thomas, 2 under par. We'll tee off at 119. So a lot of golf to be played here, and I think this leaderboard will change a lot. Wanted to ask you guys too before we get to baseball, because I talked to Tony about this. What do you guys think about the proposed spin back of the golf ball? Is that not the dumbest thing you've ever heard? Have you heard about this or not?
Yes, I've heard about this, that they're going to change the golf ball for PGA players.
Yeah, because they're hitting it too far.
Exactly, dude.
That's fucking lame.
That's the worst idea I've ever heard.
Dude.
Worst idea I've ever heard.
That's like saying something's too exciting. We need to reel it back a little bit.
Make it more boring.
Make it boring.
Let's
get
that's awful.
And you know who is ahead of this? Is it the people that run the U.S. Open and the people that run the Open Championship? So they're saying, oh, golfers are going to our tournaments. They're scoring too well. We want them to score less. How about set up the holes and make them harder? It's not all about distance. You still have to have accuracy.
Yeah.
There's pin placement. There's rough. I mean, I feel like it's absolutely ridiculous to just focus on the drive. And who doesn't like watching golf and seeing guys hit it 350, 360?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And drive is a very exciting part of the game and everything. But you're hitting like short game most of the time. Anyway.
Yeah, right.
So
that's awful, dude. That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Is the ball gonna? I mean, it's gonna make a difference.
I think that all the players and even
are they juicing the ball? Or they're kind of like dampening
spinning
the ball?
It back. But I guarantee this is what they suggested. I guarantee the manufacturers and the players say we're not gonna play it like this. We're gonna use our regular balls.
Live tour. Live tour.
But PGA is not even behind it. It's the USGA
what?
The RNA who run these major tournaments. It's separate from the PGA Tour.
Oh, fuck. Can the PGA Tour say we're not going to use those balls or no?
For their events, but they don't run the major tournaments. They're not other than the PGA Championship.
Right. That's crazy, dude.
But yeah, I just don't think it happens because of the outrage of the players. Because it's just, like I said, it's just ridiculous. And also, if somebody wins a tournament 20 under par versus somebody wins a tournament 15 under par or 10 under par, does it even matter if the leaderboard's close? If the top guys are in it, why does it matter?
True.
It's they're getting offended. It's like insane. They want their course to be tougher. I don't know.
They want more not diversity, but they want like more like
challenging
players, like challenging other players, that kind of thing. I guess more competitiveness.
But it's nonsense, and hopefully it doesn't happen. But
sounds like nonsense, dude.
We'll have to see. But let's go now to the world of Major League Baseball.
2-2, he got him swinging. A back-to-back strikeouts for Robbie Ray.
There's damage right there. Shohei. Way, Sayonara. Where did that land?
Stuck to Chapman, who leaps up and grabs it.
Story spins and fires. Out at first.
There it goes. See ya. Home run, Aaron Judge.
All right, Tony. You're gonna have to start with this one, bud.
Let's
hear it. I want to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. I don't want to say anything about it until you do.
Oh, okay, fine. All right. So Edwin Diaz,
Mr. Diaz,
to undergo surgery, tore his patella tendon.
The World
patella
Series.
tendon
In his knee, dude. Gonna be out for the season here.
World Series Classic, right?
He was at the World Baseball Classic. If you saw the video, Jay, Puerto Rico had beat the DR. Edwin Diaz was closing out the game. And, celebrating, the jumping up and down, fell down.
Kendrys Morales.
Tore his patella.
Yeah.
Pretty tough, dude. You look at the best closer in baseball last year. Someone who obviously the Mets signed, expecting to have him, clearly for a while, specifically this upcoming season to be their go-to closer. Really fucking just gut-wrenching, disappointing, brutal news to get.
How are you feeling, Tony? Are you okay?
No, pretty upset, dude, obviously.
What's the path forward, though? Like, what's the solution?
Do you know?
I know it's not going to be perfect, but what do you think the best way to go about it is?
Do they sign Aaron Rodgers?
Definitely don't sign Aaron Rodgers, Jay. I don't know. I mean, it's really tough. I mean, you look at the way the bullpen looks. I mean, Brian mentioned Ottavino the other day. I think right now that could be one of your best bets. is having Ottavino be your closer, but that kind of sucks because he's a great reliever. He's a great setup guy too, So it's like, I mean, nothing like Brian said is gonna be perfect. Nothing's gonna feel good, and regardless of who you pick, regardless of even how well he does, I mean, bottom of the ninth here, 1-run game, 2-run game, you're gonna be like, wow, man, like I kind of really wish Edwin Diaz was coming out of the bullpen, but I guess I don't know. Whenever they decide, I'm sure we'll be good. You mentioned Ottavino. I think he's gonna be very solid closer. I think he's gonna do a great job. A lot of confidence in him. But again, I mean, the whole lore of Diaz had a career year last year. I mentioned
didn't blow a save after May.
Dude, he only gave up 9 hits.
Yeah.
Over like, I don't know, 32 innings or something like that.
Do we draw this back to the trumpets at all?
Oh, the jinx?
Yeah.
If anyone was going to be jinxed, it'd probably be you, Brian, honestly. Just because
those trumpets suck
historically,
ass.
Dude, you talk a lot about something, I don't know, dude. It just seems to go bad, Brian.
One thing that we're actually forgetting, and Sal Licata was talking about this. He was filling in for Boomer this morning. They also have David Robertson. He was like, "Oh, he's close to New York. He's familiar with it."
Is he though?
But sound from your tone, judging from your tone, Tony, you would rather go without Ottavino and have Robertson be
absolutely.
the 8th inning guy?
Yes.
And I kind of agree with you, just because Robertson, I think he'd be very good, but we've seen him give up a lot of home runs.
Yeah.
And I think Ottavino with his sinker, with his cutter, he's better at keeping the ball in the yard.
Yeah,
but if Ottavino's off, dude, with that pitch,
dude,
he's off.
Remember Sahan Field though against the Blue Jays when they were playing at their minor league, and he had that inning where he gave up like 7 runs and we completely blew it. I think it was 2020.
Dude, I mean, if that slider tails,
like
the catcher's not even. Can't even catch it.
Yeah,
can't move.
But when he's on, though, he really is so nasty.
Yeah.
Though he really is. Yeah.
I mean, he did really well for the Mets last season.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, I feel like for me, that's my next guy up. But it's just fucking ridiculously brutal, dude. But you know what? Hey, man. When we're staring down, the gut of the season, and the Mets come out on top in the World Series, even more adversity to come over. And I could just really throw it in every Yankee guy's face, dude.
And speaking of the Yankees, I'm always dying to talk about that.
Cool, dude.
No.
I was randomly thinking
that's a nice dream, Tony. It's a nice
it's
not reality. There,
it is reality. It is.
You don't live in reality, dude.
It is
lying to yourself.
No one's lying to anyone, dude.
You're nothing but a liar.
I'm not a liar, dude. You're a liar. Look at your stupid hat.
What I was
a stupid hat?
Pretty awesome hat, dude.
What I was gonna ask you, Matt, though, I was thinking about this morning.
Yes,
just thinking about the last, I guess, 6-7 years with the Yankees and the way the seasons have ended, and obviously us watching the games and stuff. Do you think in terms of how this season goes, it all comes down to the young guys? Like that's make or break? That's going to determine it? Or do you think it's just a combination of everything?
It's probably a combo of everything, but the new foundation could be those young guys, and Judge is at the center of everything.
Right.
So yeah, bring the young guys up. And let's go, dude.
Yeah, I just think, you know what I mean? And like obviously
Volpe's got to start.
I think Judge last year in the postseason, he hit a couple home runs, but he wasn't on fire. Same thing with Stanton.
No.
And of course, it'll help
cold,
if they're
8
some
strikeouts.
Home runs.
Yeah,
they're hot. So I guess it is
Tony,
about having people being
what happened
hot
to you guys
for the postseason. But I just feel like in terms of like really having that strong postseason, an explosion, and making contact, I love thinking about Volpe and Peraza in the postseason. And I think them setting the table for the big boppers is going to be the key. That's what I honestly think. Because offense is what's held us back.
The vision I have is Judge, captain, right?
Yep.
Still young.
Right.
Center of everything, whole team. And then now look at the foundation, dude.
The
young Gunners.
Center of my life.
The young Gunners, dude.
Yeah.
And that's it, man. Yeah, dude, we're in a great spot.
Have a donut, Matthew.
This is a great spot for a brand new era. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. We'll find out.
Center of everything, dude. Brian, how was your donut?
Center of everything.
It was very good. Is this from Dunkin' Donuts or no?
No, this is Donut Inn.
Oh, nice.
No way,
bro. Do you appreciate the frosting on it and everything?
Oh yeah, no. Honestly, I know I never go to Donut Inn, but I do think Donut Inn is great. I just for whatever reason never go there. But
Sprinkle guy
it's
too.
A great place.
Like the sprinkles.
Yeah, very good. The whole thing like fresh, good quality.
Is this from the Black Rock one or Posty? Definitely gonna have a refill of Joe.
No, you can't do that, dude.
No, I can't. Mike already told me I
Only if you have a donut.
I'm gonna have a refill.
Maybe I will have a fucking donut, dude.
Donut. Have a fucking donut, dude.
So Very excited for baseball, Barnes.
Yeah, and Jay, I've asked you this so many times. Who do you like again?
I'm not a huge baseball fan. I'm going to be honest with you here.
Right, but who do you root for?
I would say if I had to pick,
who do you play for? Nice.
It's New York, man. I just love New York.
Okay, so
big New York.
Tom Cruise.
Wait, New York. If you had to pick Yankees or Mets, you would go Yankees?
I guess I'd have to go Yankees because my grandpa was a Yankees fan.
Respect your grandfather.
You got to respect your grandpa.
Yeah,
of course you do.
Yeah.
Miss your grandpa.
I mean, it's a better excuse why Brian's a Yankees fan.
But yeah, dude, I'm totally excited. I want to get into it this year.
Yeah.
You guys are definitely helping me along the way.
Oh, but you don't understand.
Oh, you're in, dude.
I mean,
you're in.
I'm in.
Me, Matt, and Tony are just the perfect example of you're just diehard baseball fans that appreciate the game. And there's not that many people, especially around our age, that are like that. People have gotten away from
Tony
that.
disagrees.
Wait, what do you mean?
Disagree?
I didn't say anything.
He says
he
says if the Yankees didn't exist, you wouldn't like baseball.
I'm eating a donut right
That's
now.
such a ridiculous
another
statement.
team. He'd be a Mets fan.
No.
So what are your feelings, dude?
About the season?
Yeah, like what you just asked me, basically.
That's kind of my thought process. I think the pitching and bullpen, that stuff will fall into place. But it is just a matter of people getting hot at the right time. But I just think having those different options and different guys, because Houston is so used to navigating, Gleyber Torres, Aaron Hicks. Obviously, IKF was only on this team for a year. Hopefully it gets moved. But just guys like that, they're used to navigating through, and even Judge and Stanton to an extent, they're familiar with pitching them. So you're throwing out different guys.
New life seeds, fresh blood.
But I'm not kidding, man. Like I swear to God, like, and I know this is almost like embarrassing to say, but I was thinking about since 2017 this morning, and I almost got upset, dude. Honestly,
you almost shed a tear.
I'm not kidding.
I mean, it's
because you know what I mean. I think sometimes
it's definitely annoying, dude. But I mean, look, dude, is this not reminiscent though of 2017? New blood, dude, within from the farm system, bro.
No, you're so right, and it doesn't matter about the past. I guess what I was trying to say is like I think sometimes just because you so much stuff going on, you don't think about it, but it's like just I think sometimes we almost overlook how tough it's been to be right there, right in the conversation every year. And just, you're right there and you can't do it. And it's like, there's just nothing more like heartbreaking than that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it sucks. Sucks to lose.
Fingertips,
it sucks.
Yeah. And honestly, I would say when the off season starts, it takes me a couple weeks easily to like really kind of, all right, we're thinking about next year. Like, it really is tough. How long would you say, Tony, it takes you to kind of let like the season go, like after it ends?
I mean, I think it kind of depends, dude. I would
not talk about it ending. It hasn't even begun.
No, but I just
I guess it kind of depends on how it goes for the Mets.
But like this year,
typically, I mean, this year, probably one of the tougher years, honestly.
Like a month
in most recent history. Well, especially honestly, as we do the show every fucking day. It's honestly probably more than that, dude.
Right.
And then honestly, as a whole, and you just miss baseball in general. Not even just for your team. You just miss being able to watch a game at night, or just like hearing about it, talking about it. So, it takes. I would say maybe for me to be like okay with that the season's over. I mean, hockey's going on, so it's like kind of maybe like I don't know, 2 months to be like it's. I'm used to no baseball sort of deal.
But I'm so excited, like having that every night, that option to watch that game.
Yeah.
You really can't beat it.
I know
it is sick.
Baseball is like one of those sports that's like on all the time.
Right.
Every day.
Oh my god, yeah. And you go to bed watching a West Coast game at fucking 11
well,
o'clock.
I was just gonna say, what though?
And some games start at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna say, Matt?
I really can't. I'm not keen to tune into other games except Yankee games.
Right.
Well, if we're out and about at the bar, whatever the case may be.
This
games are on, dude. Obviously, I'm watching.
Like, it's kind of cool to watch them.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not like it's like the NFL where you could just watch every single game. It doesn't matter if it's your team or not.
Right. Exactly.
Totally different. Baseball's the best.
Yeah. And Tony, forgive me. Who are the Mets opening up with again?
Wow. Oh fuck, we went over this. It's not Miami. Is it Miami? No, it is Miami.
Miami. City Field?
At home. Yeah.
City, and is it on the 30th?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm gonna double check this real quick.
Same day as the Yankees.
Double check myself, dude.
And Verlander was giving them that, or Scherzer?
Verlander.
No,
I thought it was Scherzer, and then Verlander's pitching the home opener.
Maybe that's what it is. Then it is. Then they're in Miami for the 30th, and the homeowner's the next one.
Okay.
For opening day is the 30th of March.
Yeah, we got
Yes, it
Mets
is.
in Miami. Yeah, Mets in Miami
Mets
for that day.
in
About
Miami.
14 days from now.
Damn,
That's crazy,
son.
dude.
I know.
Right? Is my math right on that?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, just so excited.
Here we are,
You
boys.
got
Can't believe it.
farms.
Yeah,
It's
honestly,
unbelievable.
because it's like it's
Unbelievable.
crazy. It makes like your random Tuesday, Wednesday night
yeah.
so much more exciting.
Yeah.
It really does. So I am stoked for baseball, and it's always fun to talk about that. Let's go now though to the world of the National Hockey League.
Wow.
Here's Matthews. Scores! Hat-trick goal!
My goodness, this is a great shot.
Big hit on the far side by McCarr. He flattens Jordan's skull. Oh my goodness! That's the gun right back. Terrified and robbed by Shesterkin. That's brilliant from Igor Shesterkin. It's a breakaway to win it in overtime. McDavid scores the winner in overtime.
All right. So the Rangers back in the win column last night.
Let's go.
Defeating the Pittsburgh Penguins
Love to
4-2. So a game you really wanted to see the Rangers win. The Penguins, of course, had their number. So really a good feel in this one, in a game where the Rangers, got out ahead. Who else but Mika Zibanejad? Really seems like
my God,
every night he is setting the tone, getting the team going, getting the team riled. So that was his 35th goal. He also was assisted by Panarin, who has 55 assists. Tarasenko picked up his 26. That was the only scoring in the first. Richard Raquel had his 24th for Pittsburgh. That tied it at 1. And then Tyler Mott, actually, an unassisted goal in the second there. Tony's favorite guy, to make it 2-1 Rangers. And then Pittsburgh answering back to tie it at 2. Gutznell, or Gensel, my bad.
Gensel, I know.
Tony started that one. But had his 30th goal. And then the Rangers, Chris Kreider, 29th and 30th goal to cap off this win for the Rangers, and the 30th being an empty netter. At the end of the day, 4-2 Rangers over the Penguins. Shesterkin, nice game, 30 of 32 in net. So nice to pick up their 39th victory of the season, and get some revenge on Pittsburgh, who had beaten them the previous 2 times out. But I think honestly you couldn't have drew it up any better, Tony.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you really can't be unhappy with really anything that went on in last night's game. I mean, maybe a couple of defensive breakdowns, starting with the bad here, of course, because there was, I like to end on the good here. Keandre Miller had a pretty piss poor game. I think the goal, was it by Crosby or Ross? No, maybe it was Gensel's goal, I guess. Was this by Crosby? Yeah, I think it was Gensel's goal in the third. Just by Crosby. Could be Raquel. It doesn't even matter. But Keandre Miller just absolutely lazy play. Playing the puck in our own zone, not realizing Sidney Crosby is kind of hunting him down. Just kind of passes the puck along the boards, thinking, oh, I'll go around to someone, and Crosby cuts it off, passes it in front of their net. Shesterkin has absolutely no chance there. And it's just kind of a stupid move there by Miller. But that was really probably only one of the worse, I guess, parts of the game. Anything else was great. Trouba had a great game. Physical, we mentioned that, as well as making some great defensive plays on the offensive side of the puck here. That Zibanejad goal to start off was just just great play from the get-go. I mean, Panarin had a ridiculous pass. I think basically from our own zone, almost at the top of the neutral zone there, off the boards. And it was just a really skillful, perfectly placed pass. And of course, Zibanejad, even pass like that creates time and space for him and an opportunity. It's rare that Zibanejad is going to miss that one. The Tyler Mott goal was pretty sick. Mott was just rushing to the net, basically. It was just right time, right place. Kreider's 2 goals were obviously of the one empty netter, but the one that kind of, solidified this game, gave us the lead back. And put the Penguins kind of in a tough situation to, create that, empty net opportunity. I mean, it was typical Kreider, absolutely bullied whoever was in front of the net matching up with him. I mean, I don't know if you saw this goal here, but, watching the highlight, obviously they highlight it, but I want to say, I think it was Dumlin. I forget his name, but trying to battle Kreider in front of the net, and Kreider just absolutely just literally tosses him on the ground, on the ice, I should say, and is there to make a shot, and it was just really no chance for Jari at that point. Speaking of the Penguins, Jari did a phenomenal job. I mean, the Rangers, I know they scored 4 goals, was great, but it could have been easily 8. That Kreider line, the Zibanejad line, huge props to the kid line too. They were the third line up here. Beginning of the game, you're talking like 2 minutes in, they're creating great opportunities, putting pressure on Pittsburgh, on the Penguins here, which resulted in a nice shift of momentum, towards our way. And like I said, the Zibanejad line, the Kreider line had so many opportunities that Jari was on top of that. He made some phenomenal saves, dude. Like he was really he was on it. Obviously, it was a little bit too much for the Penguins to handle in general because they scored 4 times, but man, I mean, this, like I said, this score, although good, beating Pittsburgh 4-2, if the Rangers play another team at this pace, with that, puck management, with the vision on the ice they had last night, you're talking, close to a double-digit score sheet here for the Rangers. So absolutely great game here. Totally love it. Like I mentioned, yesterday I mentioned the physicality and everything like that, that they need to kind of implement right away. Tyler Mott as a forward, 4 hits. Tarasenko, 3 hits. Miller had 4 hits. Trouba had another 3 hits. So yeah, they did a great job in playing that physical game, which is exactly what they needed to do to win. And you saw that from all around, not just your defenseman, but your forwards as well. So great job, dude, all around. Super stoked with the win, Jason.
I love to see it, Tony. I love to see it.
And the thing is,
they're playing again tomorrow, right?
They're playing tomorrow.
The Penguins.
Do they usually do they do that a lot? Like where they play the same team? Like
a ton, but
it's like this is essentially back to back to back.
I mean, dude, the first was
they played on Sunday, right?
The 12th
on Sunday, yeah.
The 16th, which was yesterday, and
now
then
the 18th,
tomorrow.
Just tomorrow.
Fucking believable.
But
great hockey, buddy.
Me and Tony talked about this. Is a 5-game homestand, so they start out 2-0. If you could take care of business tomorrow, 3-0 start, you'd feel pretty good about that. And I think, let's follow it up tomorrow. I think that's so big, to just keep this trajectory going. And I think, a game like yesterday proves that obviously the Rangers have some flaws, but they are a better team than Pittsburgh. It's just they need all cylinders to be firing on.
I think they're like 6 points ahead now of the Penguins or something like that. 8 points. Maybe?
Yeah. It's not close in the standings.
I mean, we're getting huge points though. This is great.
Did you hear Kreider was a little tight after the game? They're like, "Oh, you scored 2 goals. Like you must be excited or something." He
10
goes,
points, Tony.
He don't give a fuck. He just wants to win.
Yeah, it's a tight race in the Eastern Conference. We're just trying to do what we can.
Yeah.
Like, and that was
He
it.
doesn't care.
Business,
Business.
The Devils,
selfless.
The Devils are ahead of the
lifetime
Rangers.
Ranger, bro. Chris Kreider.
Yeah,
great dude.
I think
Chris Kreider actually. So you went to BC, right?
Yeah.
A girl in Mike's grade from Ludlow, BC, also dated Chris Kreider.
Are you fucking kidding me?
She apparently broke up with him.
Whoa. She is an idiot.
Right. That's my
that?
point.
Whoa.
That's the point.
We should get her on the phone. Can you get her on the phone right now? Get her on the phone right now.
Maybe he didn't care for her.
Get her on the phone.
I don't have her number.
Get her on the phone right now, dude. Get her on the phone.
There's nothing I can do in this situation.
You don't have a number?
No.
Does Michael does?
No, I don't know. Maybe not,
dude.
Maybe fuck yourself.
Maybe.
What was I gonna say? Oh, when are the playoffs?
April.
Yeah,
April,
they're like
end of
fucking
April?
12 games left.
No, probably mid-April, Tony.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh wow.
There.
Wow, playoffs for hockey start.
Yeah, isn't it crazy? Remember watching those couple
Dude, they
games
go into
last year?
June.
I know,
It's so
like
crazy.
end of June.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be exciting with baseball starting up.
Are Rangers getting hot at the right time?
I mean,
dude,
they are, but it's like there's still a lot of work to be done. But you like these last couple games as a stepping stone.
A nice body of work.
April 17th.
I agree.
Is, when the playoffs start, yeah.
And it's interesting. Right now, they would play the Maple Leafs, but they're only 1 point behind them. So if they were to leap the Maple Leafs, then they would have home ice advantage, which I think is key because the travel to Canada. It's not going to be an easy first round matchup. And what do you guys think? I mean, I know either one isn't a great matchup for them, but would you rather be the 4th seed, have home ice against the Maple Leafs, or would you rather be the 6th seed and then play the Devils?
Ooh.
But
you kind of have
home ice against Toronto.
Yeah,
to start off.
Yeah,
for sure.
Just because of that home ice.
Toronto.
Yeah, home ice is huge. And dude, say the Devils for the Eastern Conference.
Home ice is huge, dude.
Yeah,
and we saw that last year.
But dude, have they? When was the last time they played a Canadian team in the playoffs?
I think they played the Canadiens
back where like the Kings.
No.
No.
Wait, didn't they play? when they went to the Cup in 2014? Who they beat in the conference final? I thought that was a Canadian team.
Was it Ottawa?
It was either Ottawa that year or Philly. I think it was Ottawa.
There you go.
Yeah,
okay, so that was probably the last time.
Dude, who's PK Subban? What team was he on then? That was that
Nashville?
Team.
No. He was on the Canadiens first.
Dude, so
it probably was.
I think in 2014,
it was the Canadiens.
when they went to the Cup.
Yeah,
it was the Canadiens. Yeah.
Before we started the whole Canadiens things, we all said Canadians before that, right or no?
I've always said Canadiens. It was the first time I said it, and I was like Canadiens, made fun of you. And you were like, "What?" You were like dumbfounded.
What about you, Jay? Have you always said Canadians or you've said Canadians?
Canadians.
Yeah, and then same thing with you, Matthew, right? You haven't been a Canadian.
And I heard you guys saying Canadians.
Yep. Rangers played the Canadiens.
That's how it's pronounced.
There we go. There we go. But
4-2.
We do have 4 games tonight, Tony.
Canadian.
So we can go 2 apiece. I've pulled ahead here in the picks, but a couple weeks left here before the start of the season. So it is go
How many
time,
games
sir.
are you ahead here? 2?
All right. I will give you that in 1 second. I am up 4. 44-40.
Oh.
You've had a rough go the last couple of days.
I guess so, dude.
Yeah.
Tony, get your head out of your house,
dude. Yeah, I guess so. All right.
Come on, man.
Let's make it real quick here.
You're ready to go to the bar.
Yeah,
Tony, you can't.
Tony doesn't want to remember his name.
We'll get into it after, but I'm looking forward to hearing like what's the plan for the day.
Yeah, I have no idea, dude.
What's the move?
What is later?
Your first Guinness will be at what time? 1:30.
See, it's tough because we have screen time after this, and then unfortunately I do have work to do.
I'm gonna say
for the UConn game.
Oh, you know what you're gonna end up doing, dude?
What time's UConn game?
You're gonna get
4:30.
Yeah.
It's called.
You're gonna get a nice 6-pack of Guinness, dude. Bring it here. Do work. Start drinking here, and then go out when you're done.
And then go to the Stumbler.
Go to and then stumble on home, dude.
Yeah,
stumble on.
You know what I'm feeling
Get a
right now?
cig.
Yeah, I was. You say get a cig?
I'm gonna get a sag. No, I don't do that. Thanks.
Dead ass. Like I was just saying, like I'm thinking about buying a pack of cigarettes, dude. That's what.
That's tough, dude.
Oh, that is
just
brutal.
like chain smoking.
No,
all 20 of them, dude. All 20 of them.
You're
tonight,
real
dude.
Dude, requires cigarettes.
Yeah.
Really?
It really
does,
dude.
That is disgusting.
I've never had one in my entire life.
Really?
Shut the fuck up.
A cigarette? Yeah, no.
Damn.
I mean, another.
Good, better on you.
Yeah, it's probably good for you, honestly, dude.
Yeah, definitely good. For
well, my first pick here, just give me the Sabres over the Flyers here. I know they're on the road against the Flyers. Tortorella, though, I don't know. I just feel like Buffalo minus 135 is kind of not a great line there for Buffalo. I mean,
just
Buffalo
road game.
It should be
clock.
like minus 220, dude. Is what it should be.
Yeah.
Give me the
That's not a
Sabres
body
here
clock
on a little
game.
bit of a schneid, by the way. They're having a tough time. Sabres win this game. I'm gonna give it the old Rangers score from last night, 4-2.
There we go. There we go. Ovechkin back in action with the Caps. Give me the Caps over the Blues. I know Tony's very high on the Blues, but I mean the season's over. Caps playoff hopes hanging on by a thread, but obviously it's pretty much over as well for them. But Ovechkin, he doesn't care. He'll score 15 goals.
Yeah, he wants to break the record, dude.
Yeah,
That's
he
why.
just does not care. So give me the Caps. I'm gonna say 5-2 over the Blues.
Love it, dude. And then give me the Ducks.
There you go.
Over the Blue Jackets.
Terry?
Yeah, dude. How about Trevor Seagrass, dude, as well, dude?
Bro, are the Hurricanes really underdogs against the Maple Leafs?
Svechnikov injured, their third their point leader in the third.
Okay.
Tony's leaving that game for me.
I am, dude. So give me the Ducks here tonight. I just think I guess another line. I feel like Anaheim should be like minus 220. But instead they're minus 125. Blue Jackets suck, dude. Very sketchy. It doesn't matter, dude. Give me the Ducks here. I'm gonna say a little bit more decisive. I'll say 3-0 shutout.
All right. So I know you would look at this and you'd say Toronto dominant at home and probably a more talented team with Svechnikov out for the year. But the Hurricanes are tough. We saw that in their win against Winnipeg last time out. So give me Carolina here. I'm going to say Nikos, steps up, and Aho. They each have a goal. And I'm going to say it's going to be 3-1 Carolina over Toronto. Kochkinov, 47 of 48 in that, Tony.
Wow.
You're excited for him a little bit.
No, dude, I don't have anything against the man. I'm very excited for him. It's a great storyline.
So yeah, that's what we got for hockey. Obviously, big game for the Rangers tomorrow.
Huge game,
so
dude.
there'll be a lot to recap hockey wise on Monday.
Huge,
so I guess really,
I just real quick, I wish Goose would be able to call in for one of these. Say he will one day.
Yeah,
it's with work and whatever.
Set it up for next time.
Goose is honestly the first biggest Ranger fan that I ever knew or met.
Wow,
like from day one, dude. He was all about the Rangers. Like when hockey, we weren't even into hockey. Always about the Rangers, bro. It's his contribution to the combo would be epic.
Yeah, no, we'll set it up, obviously. Before we do one more leaderboard update, though, I wanted to ask you guys because I haven't had you in studio since Rogers went on McAfee. What did you think about that from a couple of days ago?
Being a Jets fan, I'm not gonna believe it until I see him
it gets done
in the green. I mean, yeah, they might negotiate the deal and everything. I'm still not gonna believe it until I see Aaron Rodgers on the field at MetLife Stadium, throwing passes to Garrett Wilson. TDs,
but obviously, I mean, you had to feel pretty good because we keep talking about how we flip-flopped a bunch of times, and and what about?
I am positive.
What do you think, Matt? What do you think about this whole thing with Rodgers?
No, I mean, I don't understand. It seems like it's just kind of backwards. Like, why isn't the trade already? Because from everything we've been hearing, it's already in place. Like they already have everything worked out. So why can't they just pull the trigger?
And Rodgers says it's not him. It's not him. He's not holding it up.
To the fact they think Gutekunst is
they don't have it.
Who?
The Packers GM, and that they agreed to terms, but now they're trying to get more out of the Jets. So they're going back.
You think they're trying to get the 13th pick?
Yes.
Fuck that. Dude.
I think. Tell me this isn't fair.
They're still negotiating.
2 second-round picks.
Yeah, they want that pick.
And then one this year, one next year, and then the next year's pick that could go to a first rounder if he's still on the team and they make the conference championship game.
Just do that.
But like
a conditional pick.
Yeah, a conditional second.
That. I actually really do like that
because it's not that hard.
We can't give up that first round pick. Sorry.
No. And it's like not guaranteed that Rodgers is going to play 2 years.
Right. Exactly. I mean, I feel like he will as long as everything goes right.
Yes.
But
of
course,
at least 2. I'm really banking on at least 2.
But those 3 years of his career with Nathaniel Hackett as offensive coordinator were the best 3 of his career.
I can't wait for them to reunite, dude.
It's so funny because he was such a joke last year, but for whatever reason, the two of them just work so well together.
Yeah. I don't know.
How much longer do you think they drag this out, though? Or are we a month still?
No. I'll give it weeks. End of March.
Hopefully,
end of March, we'll have a deal.
Hopefully,
settled.
it's that. I just hope it's not like the week of the draft.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's kind of like what I've been hearing.
But you know, Aaron Rodgers, he wants the headlines. He's like,
oh yeah, dude.
People just like.
But it's not him dragging it out, though. It is the Packers.
No, yeah, I know.
But of course, I agree with you. Of course, he loves the headlines.
Yeah.
It's tough. I just hope it's not. We don't have to wait that long. Just get it done.
Yeah, hopefully they figure it out.
No, and of course it has to be like this. It was
nice hearing him say, though, that he intends to play for the Jets.
Yeah, that was great.
That was solid.
But I was saying this yesterday. I want him in the building. I want him working with the guys.
No, I know.
Dude. I want him fucking in New Jersey, working out with everybody.
And the nice part is you could tell by that interview, he is so pumped, though, and motivated.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw what he did the last time he was motivated. He won 2 straight MVPs.
Apparently 90% retired, like he said.
Do you believe
the Packers,
him,
I don't
think
know,
he's hyping that a little bit for them, just to stick it to him
and
say, "Oh, because of you," like.
I could be, but I don't know. I guess you never know.
But if you had to pick a side, do you think that he was actually 90% retired or
no? Yeah, and then I think when he came out, and then the Packers told him all this, like take your time, but then like now, like oh no, we're moving on or whatever, and then that probably was like
a switch.
Yeah, exactly.
What about you?
Flip it a switch.
Do you believe the 90% talk or no?
No, I don't.
No.
I believe he had full.
You either, Tony.
He had full intention of playing this season, dude.
Well, because he's walking away from $60 million.
Yeah, no fucking shot he would do that, dude.
I mean, yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
Follow the money, Jason.
He's probably follow the money, Tony. I mean, sure, he's rich. I'm sure he has
like
lots
money.
of money.
He wants more of it,
but
though.
he wants more.
He wants more, dude.
Shailene
Woody said it was a terrible
More
experience
money.
dating him.
So we'll have to monitor that situation. It's gonna be a busy weekend for sure.
It could be.
Dude, there's so much going on, dude. You gotta like have your notebook on you at all times.
I have something to say too.
Yeah.
Just like a quick shout out for all my Sacred Heart alumni out
Oh,
there.
oh.
Sacred Heart women's basketball.
Yeah, baby.
Playing tonight on ESPN2 against Stanford.
Wow.
Nice,
California?
California.
It's an N, Jay, not an M, okay?
It's an N, correct,
It's an N.
Tony.
Stanford, Connecticut is an M.
A player to look out for is Nicaea Pryor.
Dude.
Freshman
point
out of
guard,
Baltimore.
dude.
Do you know her?
She's so
Have
good.
you interviewed her, Tony?
Yeah, her
tearing it up.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Do we have footage of this or no?
She's got like
of her?
No, of you interviewing her.
Oh no, I don't like actually ask the questions.
You're
but I'm
just
there.
doing the camera.
I'm like the
Yeah.
conduct. I'm like organizing it.
But I
sort of
thought you
deal.
said, so when you said you were interviewing
some
somebody on the
memorabilia.
men's team, same thing. Like you
No,
weren't
no, back
actually.
then I actually did because I was like for a different. I was a different role at that time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that was like for in-house like interview whatever for the website.
Yeah.
This is like I've done broadcasts. So
Do we have any footage of you doing an interview? I know we were talking about this like.
We tried. They don't have it on the website. I don't think they made it.
We talked to Thor.
We archived it. Somebody, honestly, maybe it's probably on a hard drive somewhere.
Next time you're gonna see
they don't
her,
have their Sacred Heart's YouTube is atrocious.
bring one of these. Bring one of the balls. Get it signed by her, dude. A little memorabilia.
Maybe I should do.
Come on, man.
I forgot this though.
Before I have to think of everything.
Before we wrap it up here, Tony, I saw you put it on the title here. Did you watch the entirety of Jokic's? What was it? 30-point
30-point double. Every point of it I saw, dude.
I mean, you're a big Jokic guy.
Congratulations.
I do enjoy Jokic, but I mean, obviously, hey man, it's a good headline. He's been talked about, and he had a good game, dude. Another double for him. I think it was 30 points, 10 rebounds.
Mhm.
I think, may have been 10 assists, but nonetheless, dude. A great dominant game by Jokic, proving to people that there's a reason why he's always in the MVP vote, and that's his stats, his level of play, his competitiveness. The guy does not back down, and he's like again, like the term MVP. I mean, he is the most valuable, person on that team.
And I think one thing we don't think about, just because the Nuggets don't usually go on runs, but he is due to like win a championship. You know what I mean? He's almost in a similar spot that Giannis was a couple years ago. Where he's putting up these numbers, he's winning MVP. People are doubting the team.
Maybe this is the year.
This is an opportunity because other than the Suns, I think
you know who else is due?
They pretty much
Sacred Heart women's basketball.
Bro,
thank you, Tony.
16 seed.
Yes, dude.
Upset the
Stanford.
1 seed.
In the women's side of things, does a 16 beat a 1? I'm probably not.
I have no idea. Probably not. Dude.
I wouldn't think so.
All I know is that our tallest girl on our team is like 6'1", I think.
No.
And I think Kelsey Wood is only like 6'1", 6'2", maybe.
Oh, no.
And their center is like 6'7".
And Pryor's a nice
Pryor's like 5'2" or something, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's not. It's gonna be kind of tough, dude.
Bro.
No, yeah, dude. Bar none, she's like hustling the most on the court, dude. But it's gonna be super tough. I could just see like them trying to work out a post game and just getting totally fucking shut down, dude.
Yeah.
And Manetti's gonna be tight.
We'll see how it goes.
She's gonna be so tight.
I'm
dude.
hopeful.
Yeah,
big fan of Sacred Heart.
Obviously.
Why aren't you guys going to the game, man?
Because it's in fucking.
And Jay's just watching college basketball.
Planned ahead,
I just
dude.
watch. That's all I'm doing tonight.
You should
dude.
be there
I might
right
get a
now.
couple beers,
I didn't fucking know,
Put it
dude.
on the show from the road, dude.
Fuck your road, dude.
Say the chances
Bring it
of you
on the
going out
road.
are 0%.
Yeah. At least 5.
5%.
There's the chance.
That's a good enough percent for
Tony
me,
Rowley's
dude.
round.
Yeah, dude.
Tony, I feel like I've seen this switch into you. You're getting excited about later. I think at first, when we first started, you were a little like tight, like wow, like so long to get to that point where I can crack the Guinness.
Yeah. Well, it's just it was not a lot of sleep last night, and it's like you got to do work before you start drinking. Sort of.
What would you say?
You know?
3 hours?
I gotta do something.
It was probably closer to like 4.5, 5.
Yeah, those are tough. Those
like we're talking like 1:30.
Did the cough wake you up or no?
No. It was like
You went to bed at 1:30.
Yeah, like 1:30.
What the hell are you
like
doing?
closing the laptop.
Wow.
Bed,
you were
dude.
working.
Yeah. After I showered, I did some work for screen time and for today's sports report. And then it was like closing the laptop, waking up like 6:30. Like,
yeah, that's tough. Last thing here, one more leaderboard update. Tommy Fleetwood tied with Adam Schenk now at 7 under. Fleetwood on fire today. Started on the back, 4 under through 11. So a great start for Tommy. And we will see what happens. But I think this one, there's a lot of guys who could win this tournament. But Fleetwood, it's been a while. One of the better, especially international players out there who hasn't won recently. So I do think he is due. Another name to watch out for is Justin Rose. He won at the AT&T Pebble Beach a couple weeks ago. He's tied for 14th now, 2 under on his round through 11 holes. Started on the back 9. You're pumped for the course.
Oh, dude. I can't wait, man. I can't wait to be out there with you boys. Oh, swinging the sticks, having a cigar out there in the fucking beautiful green.
cigarettes, but you have a cigar?
Yeah, it's different, Jay.
Yeah, bro. I've never.
You know it's different.
Yeah, 100%.
What would you,
Jay?
What would you say?
Fuck?
Like, obviously, the whole thing is great, but in terms of like driving, fairway irons, chipping, putting, what part would you say you enjoy the most?
I mean, probably teeing off, no doubt.
With the driver,
Really, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I
and
like
then,
it.
well, because
The
I haven't
hybrid,
been.
though.
Yeah. So my iron game definitely
Nobody saw it.
improved, getting better and a little bit better. But I've always had a tough time with irons. Usually, I chunk it or I hit the ground before the ball, too. But last summer, all that kind of flipped around. Barnes let me use his hybrid, and dude, it was just good contact every single time.
Nice, dude.
So,
Love a good
but then
contact.
that ended up being translating to the iron game, and I was swinging the irons better.
Yeah.
So
Coming in hot.
I'm looking forward to it, dude. You got to keep it. Obviously Goose has given me a ton of lessons over the years as well. Swing down and through it.
Barnes.
And I'm pumped to get back out there, man. I really,
I'm a
it's the
novice.
camaraderie thing more than anything else, bro. Out there all together,
Right.
driving the car.
yeah,
you have your
dude.
cigar.
Have a beer.
You got your fucking bucket
In a
hat. on.
Drive the car,
You have a
dude.
little
Hit a
coffee
house.
if you want, maybe an Irish
I know
coffee
golf
for
is a lot of
Tony.
like finesse, but would you say that having the right clubs is like
Half the battle.
quintessential to how good you're gonna play the game?
So it just depends. Like, for instance, if you have like a junior set or like the worst made men's set that
Let's
like
say
you
you
buy all
have
together,
you say you have a set of clubs that were made like 25 years ago.
yeah, you're losing distance.
Okay.
But you don't need to get the best irons or anything. Just if you get newer irons or even model a couple of years ago that's a new set, perfect. You know what I mean? Just because the technology is so much better now.
Yeah, no, my clubs are like super heavy, but then when I go pick up like my buddies' clubs, like they're
Light as
super
a feather, right?
lightweight,
Yeah.
just like super easy to swing. Like I'm not sore after, like. So I think it might be time for me.
It's gonna be great.
Tony was saying you guys
Get
were
in.
going to play for $100 first match of the season.
Put 100 on it.
Yeah.
What?
Put 100
A
on it.
Why
nice
not?
cool bill, dude.
Why not, Tony?
Right? Why
Why
not?
not?
Nice bill, dude.
Yeah,
Would you feel confident taking Tony on? Or?
taking Tony on, yeah.
What do you think, Tony?
You're
You're all for it or
Jay's
not?
a lot of his league, dude. Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
all
know,
for it,
dude.
dude.
I don't know,
but
Tony.
in all seriousness, because you
Just
always
going off of what
you always joke
your
around me,
performance
Tony.
from last year, dude.
If
I don't know.
If he was serious and like wanted to play for
$100,
you
yes.
would do it.
Yeah, I would do a full round $100.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No,
You really would though. You're
You
not
know,
just
100%.
we have
But
to
like,
have.
but like $100 on the line. This is like no joke though.
Oh,
This is-
right.
We have
yeah.
to have
We're
a
not-
little
we're not-
friendly
we're not-
I'm gonna
wager,
get a
dude.
We're
nice
not
night's
sticking
sleep.
around, dude.
I'm
We
gonna
gotta
get a
go
nice
2 on
night's sleep.
2.
There's no mulligans?
Fuel up in the
No
morning.
mulligans, no best ball, dude.
Yeah, no
2 on 2.
dropping.
Yeah, no dropping, none of that
Yeah.
nonsense, dude. What, Matthew?
We have to do this at some point in the summer. 2 on 2 golf.
Matthew.
Best ball, right?
Right.
$100 on the line.
Let's do it. Let's
2v2.
fucking do it.
You know, I'm not going to say no.
Announce the whole thing.
You know-
Phil. Obviously do it how we do it. DTV.
Right.
That'll be
We're
sick.
getting a little bit of fame here.
That'll be sick.
People
What are
are
you,
seeing
famous?
us all over the place. So
Yeah, dude.
I feel like Tony's definitely got the cash to back it up.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, I've been getting
dude.
paid to make appearances around town, dude.
Oh, we know, dude.
You know, experiment VR.
Yeah.
how much of a kickback do you get from the horseshoe?
Oh my god, dude.
They
Honestly,
should be paying us
From
to
that
go
Yeah, they
see
really
specific
should
bartender
be,
too,
dude.
dude.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my
A lot of
God.
surface
What
area.
was the quote
dude.
again?
Got a lot of surface area over here, dude. Like, oh god,
That
That's a little
is-
tough.
that
fucking
is too much.
kill me, dude.
I
Oh,
do
I
have to
would, dude.
ask, with screen time rapidly approaching, what's your guys, after doing a full show, Sportsport, what's like the secret sauce to like re-energize and getting up for screen time now? Just
standing up, getting the blood moving.
Coffee or no?
more coffee?
more coffee, yeah.
Cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
No. But no, yeah,
Heroin.
definitely like getting up and moving is huge,
Little
dude.
stretch.
Yeah.
Especially like in the winter too.
Methamphetamine.
If it's a little cooler out, you go outside. You get the,
Yeah.
That's extreme. Well, Tony, you don't have too much time
Some
more for that, dude.
push-ups.
'cause
I know,
the
dude.
warm
I mean,
weather's coming.
I may have to migrate north.
Warm weather's coming, dude.
I'm gonna migrate north for the winter, dude. For the
You
summer,
mean
rather.
the
For the summer. For the summer, I'm going north,
Hey, bro.
dude.
What are you gonna go to
Vermont's beautiful
Vancouver
in the
Wilderness?
Gonna go fucking dude. Toronto,
We
dude.
could have
Vancouver.
we could have a whole episode of Tony talking about how he loves the freezing cold more than anything.
Yeah, I know.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, you have
Tony loves being miserable.
You're like a fucking reptile.
no, I don't.
Maybe you are a reptilian.
Reptile is like the desert, though.
cold blooded.
Is it a
cold blooded?
Tony? Is it a family tradition?
Cold blooded.
Is your family known to love frigid temperatures? Or?
No way.
You're
I
Italian.
don't think
Italians
so.
don't like the
No,
cold,
my
dude.
my father loves the summer. My dad's the dude. Any like sunny day. Like,
Yeah.
now, like today, he'd probably be in the backyard,
Well,
like
he's a
in
summertime
Flipping burgers,
pool.
or?
Yeah, in the beach chair, like
Yeah,
pools open,
Summertime
fucking
king.
dude. my father with the fucking pool, it's like,
Dude, it's like a bathtub.
all of a sudden he's a scientist, dude. It's
bathtub.
ridiculous. And he spend all day out there.
Make my words, dude. I'm making it to your house.
Make my words, dude. Yes, you make my words. I will say, I mean, my mother's side, Irish Canadian, so that's
holy shit. You're Canadian, dude.
My grandmother, my mom's mom is from Newfoundland, Canada. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You know what I
Irish.
forgot? I forgot to ask you guys. What's on the docket for Screen Time today?
Dude, we have a great show. A couple new trailers, new news out there. But last night I watched Chris Rock stand up. I know Jay watched it as well. I'm pretty sure Manny watched it, so we're gonna be reviewing that. Which was, you'll just tune in. Just tune in, dude. Just tune into it.
Speaking of screen time,
dude, what do you got, dude?
Me and my father watched The Last of Us. The whole thing. Yeah, me and him.
Oh, dude,
it was all right, dude. Like the ending. Like,
are you sticking around for the screen time or?
I don't know, dude.
Probably for a little bit.
Well, because if you want, because Manny missed Tuesday's episode, so we couldn't talk about the season finale or anything with us. So
you want me to chime in?
Yeah, you chime in, dude. Chime in.
I would love to.
Hyman Roth.
Matt, I would love to hear what your father would say about The Last of Us.
Yeah, I'm really curious.
Just hearing it,
he was like,
yeah.
What do you think about episode 3?
Oh, favorite one, dude.
I bet, dude. I bet.
Love that one, dude.
I bet. I love that one.
He literally said after, he's like, that was fucking beat.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Not there's anything wrong with anything, but,
but always a good time. Screen time.
It was fucking weird.
Coming up at 12.
Never been afraid until I met
Fridays are always a good time, honestly. Like, what another great show we
capping
like
off
we
the
said,
week,
bro. It's a serious statement. It's a tradition like none other.
Yeah. No one else has that tradition.
No.
Fucking worldwide, nobody has it.
But good stuff for sure. And really appreciate you guys coming in once again and look forward to
Thanks
it.
for having me, man.
Going forward.
Good to see you.
And we appreciate everyone else tuning in and continuing to comment, like, and subscribe, checking out the archives on the YouTube page.
Look, go get the merch.
Tony, Michael, Renee in costume, getting the merch at downtimetv.com.
Spring collection brand new out there, dude.
This is perfect. We want everybody to enjoy their St. Patty's Day. And get some merch,
be safe,
as well as enjoy screen time coming up.
Drink responsibly.
At the top of the hour.
Be safe, you Irish hoodlums.
But we will see you guys on Monday.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.